I'm Adam Stevens, Assistant Site Manager for Taylor Wimpey. I've been with the company for 19 months. I originally come from a dry lining background. Of 28 years I was dry lining, with my refurb experience from the dry lining side of things to run the site at Royal Alexandra Quarter refurb. I've overseen the project from the start, all the cut and carve with the new steelworks, the demolition works, right off to the new roof going on. We stripped the roof, replaced it with existing tiles and new ones matching in, right down to the last piece of paint going onto a skirting. It became a TB hospital with open wards. They put an extension on the front of the building so they could wheel the beds out. It then moved on to be a children's hospital for many years. It closed down in 2007 with the NHS building a new one over on the other side of Brighton, state of the art. And it stood derelict for 5 years before Taylor Wimpey came in to start the refurbishment work. It has an awful lot of memories for a lot of people. It's obviously an iconic building in the area. It was built by Thomas Lanson, or designed by Thomas Lanson I should say, and they wanted to keep it because it's one of the few pieces of architecture that's left from him. Every person that has come to the building have either worked here or live in the area are over the moon that obviously the building is been kept. Really pleased with what we've done with the outsides and incredibly impressed with the internal finish as well. I've had the Clifton Hill Society here to have a look round. I've taken the whole group of them round and they were very, very impressed and very pleased with the works we've done. Every tradesman that I've had walk onto this site and work on the site has bought into the project and the meaning to the project. There's not been any person here that hasn't wanted to work here, hasn't enjoyed working here and isn't proud of what they've actually achieved. And I think the actual finished product shows that. One of the great things of having the opportunity by Taylor Wimpey to allow me to work in this hospital is my little girl, when she was 3 years old, she's now, she won't thank me for this, but she's now 24, was in here on a drip. She had a major tummy bug. My wife stayed with her and then she was in here for a week and the hospital was fantastic. And then my son, 10 years ago, was diagnosed with autoimmune liver disease, and it was actually here in the hospital at 2 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon that I came down and met a doctor from King's Hospital, and we found out what was actually wrong with him, and the diagnosis was done here. So I have major memories in this building, and to have seen it being torn down and lost would have been quite emotional for us as a family, because obviously we have a lot of memories from this. Because my son, once his diagnosis had been through, we spent a lot of time here. So, and the building has an incredible atmosphere when it was a hospital. I feel it still has that atmosphere, it still has a presence, not just in its size but in itself. And when you go to the new one, which is a fantastic hospital, and they've done really well down there, but it doesn't have the atmosphere that the old hospital had. I've had a lot of experience with various refurbs that I've done in the past, but this I knew from my own personal experience of having been in the hospital, but also the opportunity I had that Taylor Wimpey had given me. I just took this on and everything was personal to me. Everyone in our technical department, the commercial department, bought into it. My directors have been fantastic, really supportive. I couldn't ask for more support from them. The relationship between Taylor Wimpey since we've been here in the local community has been very good. We obviously have considerate constructors on site. We've had very few complaints via them or direct to us.
Well, I'm Rosemary Gardner. I was once Rosemary Farncombe. People might recognise me by that name. And I came here as a student nurse in 1953. I look back on it now and I think, you know, how lucky I was to have such a good team of staff, because we all shared ideas. Everybody was part of the department, and I think we helped to build up the reputation the Alex had.
My name is, I was Jennifer Pavitt in those days, and I came here in 1953, so I was a pre-nursing student on the baby ward, which is the top floor now. The final exam results came through on my wedding day. However, I passed.
I'm the eldest of the lot, I think. Yes. I won't say what I'm. Her name is Sheila White. It was ward at the time, as in hospital ward. And my story is a bit different because I trained at Great Ormond Street, pre-National Health, if you please. And I started back here at age of 50, I think. Yes, that's right. And I worked in the same department. Rosemary, my boss. Very happy memories. And it's lovely to see what you've done with the basic, all of the decor and the outside. I thought it's really, really nice to come back here.
I'm Jill Tyson. I was Banner, and I started training here in 1956. It was a wonderful time, and I loved my training here. And it was such a happy place, wasn't it? It was one big family, really. Coming around here is wonderful, and it's all been done very tastefully, and so much has been kept of the original, and I'm very happy about that, and it's great.
It's really gorgeous.
It is, it's super. And it brought back so many happy memories too.
It's extraordinary. It should feel the same. That's really amazing, really, isn't it?
You have no idea how far out of my comfort zone you've got me at the moment. You've got it down to an absolute fine art, haven't you?